Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell from the title of the video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys what you actually need to bring to college. And so, just for reference, I go to IUPUI. I lived in Ball Hall my freshman year, and I was actually in a single dorm, so that means I didn't have a roommate. So basically what I'm getting at is that everything that I'm going to mention in this video might not necessarily apply to you, but it will kind of help you give kind of like a guideline as to what you might have. Kind of like a longish list, so hopefully this will be a short video because I'm tired of putting out 15-minute videos. And the first thing that I have is a water filter. Now I feel like this could be optional for you, I guess. I don't think it's necessarily a necessity, but for me personally, I had a coffee maker, so I would need water like every single day if I wanted to have coffee. And then on top of that, I tried to drink a lot of water in college, so I wasn't necessarily comfortable using the water fountains because you know how like sometimes school water fountains just taste like iron? So I would fill up my water filter and it would like filter out some of that iron, not completely though. So I would use that for drinking water as well. So the next thing that I have are slippers or just shoes that you can easily slip on. This is really going to be beneficial to you, especially if you are going to be, not commuting, that's so weird. Especially if you have, what is it called, communal bathrooms. So that means you don't have a bathroom actually in your dorm. You have to like go walk to a certain part of the building to use the bathroom. So I didn't really elaborate on this point, which I kind of got sidetracked, but my point was that you're going to want something that you can slip on easily in case if you're going to be going in and out of your dorm a lot, like to use the bathroom, to throw out trash, you know, things like that. So leading on to that about the bathrooms, the next thing that you're going to want are flip-flops. I'm not talking about, you know, cute flip-flops, I'm going to go hang out with my friends. I'm talking the 89-cent Walmart flip-flops. That being said, if you have a communal bathroom in your dorm, please wear flip-flops. You would think that'd be common sense, like wearing flip-flops in the showers, but surprisingly, I saw quite a few people on my floor specifically not wear flip-flops in the shower. Like, that's kind of gross. Like, you don't know what kind of bacteria and like nasty stuff is in there. So please just bring flip-flops. Please. Oh my goodness. I can't describe how disgusting it is to not shower with shower shoes in a public bathroom, basically. So the next thing that you're going to want to bring is metal utensils. Obviously, you're probably not going to be going to the dining hall all the time, or if you are and you're going to bring it back to your dorm, you're going to need something to eat it with. Next up, I have paper plates as well as a glass plate, and same thing with bowls. The reason why I recommend bringing both types is because you're not always going to want to get up and wash your bowl or wash your plate if you're eating in your dorm. By having like a paper plate, you can just easily throw it away. And it's paper, so it's good for the environment. Okay, not necessarily good, but it'll break down faster. The next thing I highly recommend bringing is cleaning supplies. Now this means like Windex, disinfecting wipes, what else do I have in here? Paper towels, because your dorm will get dusty, your dorm will get crusty, okay? Oh, I hate that word. Why did I just say that? From my experience, my dorm got really like dusty really fast, and I think it's because the building was so old. Like, I would have to sweep probably like almost every day because the walls and the ceilings were kind of like cracking, so like the dust from like the drywall would fall onto the floor. That also brings me into bringing kind of like a mini vacuum or some sort of device that you can easily vacuum with. I wouldn't say you need like a full-on vacuum. I personally brought a mini one. I don't know what it's called. If I can find it, I will throw it up on the screen. But it was super helpful because I cannot stand it when my dorm is so like dusty and nasty. The next thing that I would recommend bringing obviously is a mini fridge. That's kind of like common sense almost, because almost everybody brings a fridge so that they can store like food that they want to eat in their dorm, like so they can put it in a fridge, you know? I highly recommend bringing your own trash can. So for Ball Hall, we were given like these really tiny trash cans, and I'm like, yo, that's not gonna hold all of my trash. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't think Tower and North Hall provide trash cans. I could be wrong on that, Another thing that I recommend bringing is an over-the-door hanger, and this is because you're going to want hanging space for like your purse if you have it, your backpack, sweatshirts, you know, things like that, things that can be hung. Obviously, you're going to want to bring a laundry hamper because you're going to be doing laundry, you know. I would highly recommend getting one that's like easy to carry and one that's like can be really accessible. I know several people had like the kind of like basket on wheels and you just pull it behind you or something like that. I think those are a good option. I personally just used like a cheap one from Walmart. I wasn't gonna get super fancy with it. You're also gonna want to bring a shower caddy. That's kind of obvious if you know you're gonna be in a communal bathroom. You're gonna need something to like carry all of your toiletries and stuff like that. I really like the one from Target. It's really flexible and it's kind of like a basket, I guess. I would highly recommend those kind just because, you know, if you have like a hook in your shower or something, you can hang it on there. Because like if you just have like one of those like hard trays, is it a tray? Like a hard caddy, you're gonna have to like step out of the shower and like, you know, get your stuff. I don't know, that's just like a personal preference. And then obviously you're gonna want command strips to hang all of your pictures, your lights, things like that so that they don't damage the walls. That's also kind of just like common sense. You're also probably gonna want some power strips as well as extension cords because just like sometimes the layout of the room isn't convenient for what you need. So like I wanted to put my bed by an outlet, but the outlet was kind of like far away for the length of cord that I had at the time. So I bought a power strip and an extension cord. Especially with like the power strip, I think you would definitely need because you're going to be plugging in all sorts of things like lights, your fridge, phone chargers, things like that. So here's a big one. You're gonna only want to bring clothes for the season. Now, I know you've probably heard this like a million times, and I've definitely heard it a million times, but if you're somebody like me, you just have too many clothes for the season. So like, that's kind of hard. So when it really comes down to it, when you're picking out clothes, only bring the clothes that you wear like almost on a daily basis. Like for me, I personally brought like a bunch of clothes that I didn't wear that often throughout the rest of the time. And it's mostly just because I wanted options. I wasn't realistically thinking, okay, this is what I wear like constantly over and over again. So just be mindful of what clothes you actually wear versus what you just want to bring. Next, you're definitely going to want to bring a mattress topper because most commonly mattresses on college campuses are not that comfy whatsoever. But that being said, I know people that like the mattresses how they are, which I don't know how because they are literally rock hard. So if you don't know what a mattress topper is, it's basically kind of like, it's a sheet, but it has like padding. So it provides padding for the bed so that it's a little bit more comfy. I would highly recommend bringing an extra pair of sheets and pillowcases, things like that, just because when you are going to be like washing your normal bedding, you're probably gonna want another pair just to put on your bed so that you can lay comfortably on it, if that makes sense. And also, you never know, you could end up like staining it or something like that and then it doesn't look good. So having an extra pair of sheets is really a good idea. What I would consider extra depending on what kind of dorm you have. So the first one that I have is possible extra storage space. Now this really depends on your college campus. So the desk that I was given in my dorm, it was literally just a desk. There were no drawers, there was no like overhead thing. There was basically no storage components to it. So in that case, I bought a kind of like just like, I don't know how to describe it. I bought like this furniture piece that could go on top of my desk that would provide more space that I could put stuff like my makeup, some decor pieces, some textbooks, things like that. And then I also ended up buying a plastic drawer set from Target so that I could put more like kind of like office type supplies in there. And then another example of that would be, so typically you only get one dresser in a dorm. I don't know how it is other places, but you get one dresser at Ball Hall in your dorm, and I personally needed more drawer space, especially for my clothes. So again, I ended up buying a plastic drawer that actually fit in the closet that I already had. So the next thing that you could possibly bring is a fan. So if you are the type of person who cannot sleep with a fan at night, then this doesn't apply to you. But I personally have to have a fan, especially during my first semester, because I had a lot of loud people on my floor and the walls were pretty thin, so you could hear every single noise. So a fan was definitely crucial for me. You know what? That sounds counterintuitive. You know, you need noise to block out other noise. I just thought of that. Okay. Next, I have a coffee maker on the list. If you don't drink coffee, like obviously you don't need one, but if you are a heavy coffee drinker like I am, you are probably gonna want this because you will save so much money on coffee by just buying a coffee maker. So my brother-in-law and my sister actually bought me one. It's not a Keurig. It's called, I think it's Hamilton Beach. And it's like, so it's small and like compact for just what I need it, because like it's like a single serve coffee maker, if that makes sense. It's nothing huge or fancy. It's very slim. I will throw it up on the screen just in case if you're curious what kind of coffee maker I used. The next thing that I highly recommend bringing is a robe. And this is because this is kind of like personal preference, but for me, I like to put on a robe before I go to the shower. Does that make sense? I like to wear a robe to the shower so then I don't have to worry about drying off completely and then putting on clothes. And plus, robes are just like really comfy loungewear. Why wouldn't you want a robe? Honestly. So that is the end of today's video. I hope you guys found this like kind of helpful. It was kind of all over the place just because I'm really jittery. But I hope you guys found this kind of helpful and gave you kind of like an insight of what you might need to bring to college. And if there's anything else you want to know about college, I'm thinking about doing a college experience. Not sure on that yet because the topics that I want to talk about are kind of sensitive to me. So, I don't know. We'll see. But subscribe for more. I do college videos, makeup, sometimes fashion, sometimes whatever I want. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.